She just left us. John McCabe in math. David the Stud Mitchell. Okay. We already said the butcher. Okay. Bush, Mr. Bush is still there. Okay. Let me ask you this: was Miss Wilkes there when you guys were there? Yeah. All right, she was. How about Miss Hamilton? No. Okay, I had a question mark on her. And then Mrs. Drake, Bonnie Drake, okay, and myself. There's 8 of us left. Wow.
Rhonda was there.
Rhonda was there. Okay, I apologize. So that makes 9. I didn't really go into the non-instructional, only Bonnie because she was my secretary back there. So Rhonda would be one.
Save you many a day.
Okay. Anyway, just so you know who was still there and what. But we had a couple other things that were pretty neat. I need to get a nice present. This one's a nice one. I need maybe a sweatshirt on this one. What is, and it has to be by hand, Jonathan. Miss Hanson told me I'm supposed to make sure that you raise your hand. You didn't do it in class, okay? What is a blue devil? What's a blue devil?
That's a hard question.
I know it. That's why I have a sweatshirt. What is a blue devil? You want me to come back?
I've got an idea, but go ahead, David.
Oh, pardon me?
Closest as I can have was it was also the mascot for Duke University.
That is very true. And in 1936, we went from white flashes and blue flashes to blue devils, and I'll tell you why. But go ahead. Oh no, you wait.
You don't count, Derek.
No, you. Okay.
Sorry, hon.
No, let me tell you, and I'll hold this one up. Let me just tell you, when I first became principal, this is what I heard from, I'm just going to say the Fleming on there. We are not sending our kids down to the devil worshippers. If I heard that once, I heard it about 10 times. David Owens was our principal. He's now the school superintendent. He walked in and said, "We're changing the mascot." I turned around and said, "All right, hold on. Blue Angels are my little babies. Okay, we have Blue Angels now." But David Owens comes in from Keystone. He says, "We're changing the Blue Devil." I said, "Excuse me?" He said, "We're changing it. I've heard from all these churches. We're changing it. They don't want to worship the devil, blah, blah, blah." I said, "You change it, and you'll never see superintendent." Okay? He turns around, has a meeting. Everybody packed our media center. When I tell you 100 strong, from Scott Lancaster, the county commissioners, everyone who graduated, he looked, and he said, "I'm still doing it." All these people kept coming in. He said, "It was Mr. McCabe's idea." And then he stopped and pulled away. To this day, David Owens would not be superintendent of schools if he had tried to change that. I promise you that. And he knows it too. Here's what it is. In 1936, Clay High was known as the White and Blue Flashes. 2 teachers came from Duke University. They said World War I had ended in 1919, and what happened was Duke became the Blue Devils. They turned to the students and they said, "All right, the Blue Flashes were the boys, and there was only 2 sports, basketball and track. There was only 2 sports for girls, girls basketball and track, and that was it." They said, "We want to make one mascot." They put up 3 different things. The student body, okay, of 38 students voted, and it became the Blue Devils. It was the only high school in. The Blue Devil was a World War I fighter. He was a special forces. Well, you were close. He was special forces. When they bogged down in the trench warfare, the French sent them around. They came in and killed many of the German. The German general turned and says, "Who were?" Because they wore scarves. "Who were those Blue Devils?" And that's where it stopped. So let that happen. Go ahead. She was close enough. All right, that was a little difficult, so I have to get a little easier.
Teach us that history of
Well, it's just, you know what though? Mr. Ellis, if you look now, and people come in and say anything about the Blue Devil, I say, "Go read." If they turn around and still like it, I said, "Don't you know how to read?" And then I tell them, "Go to another school anyway." You know me. So, all righty, guys, here's an easy one. Okay? What major event happened in 1987 when you guys were seniors? There's two answers on this.
86.
86.
January 28th, 1986, the Challenger blew up.
Ah.
That was 86.
Oh, 87.
87.
Raise your hand.
You know what? 87. What happened this year? Well, I don't know. Well, I just don't. Well, hold on. Well, I'm thinking about it.
Powder puff game.
Powder puff? No. Well, I don't know. What could be?
District championship.
Hold on.
Oh.
Somebody wanted to break it out.
Well.
The New York Mets.
All right. Obviously, well has something to do with it.
Oh, the little girl.
Well.
Fell in the well.
Excuse me?
The little girl fell in the well.
Baby Jessica fell in the well. Thank you very much. I need a gift up here.
Which one you want?
You're supposed to remember that.
Your call. T-shirt.
Miss Model over there.
Okay.
That's all girls stuff.
All righty. We're going to whip you guys through.
We're not going to be bashing.
Who was your principal when you graduated?
Miss Wilkes.
Billy Wilkes. Okay. You had Turner for 2 years and then. All righty. What grades did Clay High go from?
7-12.
That was 2 weeks.